of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shama-lama ding-dong, loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. Do you want me to say it's on like Donkey Kong? So yes. Let's go Don Pardo. Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you said it.
You've just said it.
You said it now.
Do you want to start over? Is that it?
No, that's it. Just
Okay.
say everything that's on that. Just say everything that's on the spreadsheet, basically.
Yeah. All right. My name is Old Lung, and I am Mr. Boop.
My name is Lisa Doop, and I am Mr. Boop.
My name is Shu, and I am Mr. Boop.
Ooh.
No, I'm Shu.
Oh, okay. I'm Ryan then.
Oh no.
No, I'm Zitz.
Imploding. Zitz. All right. That's a good one too. It's Tuesday, November 18th, 2020, and today we're reading the 196th ever Mr. Boop strip. What happens in today's Mr. Boop?
Oh boy.
In today's Mr. Boop, Alec is up to something.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
What was the last?
Well,
so it was Alec has big plans, and now it's
learned.
Alec is up to something.
What's he up to?
We already know what he's up to.
In the last one we learned that he's wanting to propose to his girlfriend Betty at a nice fancy dinner.
Yes.
Hey, Shu.
And we're looking at this. Yeah. What's up?
What was better, Foxtrot or Zitz?
What are you? Hey, look.
All right. Yeah, sure. Well, this is the second episode of Shoecast. Foxtrot, I think, is better than Zitz personally, but I did like Zitz as well.
I can respect that. I think I maybe agree. I think I like the art of Zitz better.
Also, fun fact: if you Google Zitz, you will not get pictures of the comic.
If you Google Foxtrot, you have to like click extra. You have to do extra clicks to get to the image search, but then you see the comic.
Wow.
I think.
No,
they don't think you're
Zitz.
Looking for the comic. I guess I don't know. I definitely now looking at Zitz again. I definitely do like the art of Zitz better than Foxtrot. Foxtrot, their art style is not much to write home about. It almost looks like a webcomic, like Control Alt Delete style. Not like that. It's not like that, but like.
You don't like Control Alt Delete?
It kind of looks like copy pasted in that way, or not?
Yeah.
Kind
sure,
of repetitive.
Like
that way. Zitz is a lot more
move around.
Charismatic in their art style. I feel.
You know, what comic I also really like.
What? No, Mr. Boop. You like Mr. Boop?
That's what I was gonna
right?
say. I was trying to. It was gonna be a seamless translation.
Okay.
You blew it, Lisa.
Seamless.
Now we have to talk about another comic strip.
You fucked it all up.
No.
Now we have to talk about Doonesbury.
I don't know what. I've never read these comics.
Doonesbury talks a lot about American politics, which is probably why they don't have it in the UK.
I've never.
But we can talk about Andy Cap.
I've never.
That's
read
a comic I'm sure you're
Andy
familiar
Cap.
with.
I've never read a newspaper comic.
What about?
Are we talking about Andy Cap? Because there's two Andy Caps. There's the one that's on the fries.
No,
that's the
same. That's the same one.
Isn't there another character also named Andy Cap?
Way to get that sidetracked, Lisa.
You might be thinking of Dennis the Menace, where there's Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yeah, you might be thinking of both of those things at the same time. So the Andy Cap on the fries in the comic are the same Andy Cap. He just has a line of fries, which is probably the most successful line, the most successful like comic strip tie-in snack of all time. Like anything else is going off, but like Andy Cap hot fries are like the fruity pebbles of comic.
Do you know what I was thinking
tie-ins.
of?
What?
I was thinking of Al Cap, who is the creator of Lil Abner.
Oh, that's
which was a comic from the 30s.
That's interesting. That's not even one I remember off the top of my head. I know the
Oh,
name,
you don't like Lil Abner?
I'm not very familiar with Lil Abner, to be honest.
He won an Inkpot award. That's pretty exciting.
Who the creator of Lil Abner?
Yeah. Mr. Boop was nominated for an Inkpot award, right?
I was going to say, I believe that Mr. Boop may have been nominated for that.
Mr. Boop was nominated for an award?
Yeah, it's won a few, I think.
What?
Best comic.
Why is this not something we've never talked about?
I don't know. I just wrote
in almost 200 episodes of this podcast. When did
I
this
didn't
happen?
know that
nominated
it
for
won
the-
any awards. I'm
in
doing a
22
bit right now.
In 2021, it was nominated for the Cartoonist Studio Prize, which is Hedy McDonald's award. It was also nominated for an Ignatz Award.
Wow.
Twice. It's been nominated twice in a row for an Ignatz. Not an Ignatz.
But,
so
like,
Great work, Alec.
Was this before or after the comic?
That was after the comic was over. The first time it was nominated for an Ignatz was right after it ended, but the second time was specifically for the collection.
And it won?
No, it didn't won. It was nominated. I don't think it's won any awards.
Oh.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
Yeah, exactly. These are prestigious awards as well. They're not champ chains.
I didn't realize that Shmoo was a little Abner character. Shmoo I do know.
Panel
Shmoo-
one.
Will Abner is
Shmoo-
really cool.
Shmoo should be in Mr. Boop.
Funko Pop, can you please do
Yeah,
a
what's
smooth
up?
transition into the first
So,
panel?
Alec and
I'm gonna
Betty
start
are
calling you
sitting at a
Shmoo now.
delicious-looking, beautiful candlelit dinner. They're drinking wine. They're kicking back and they're smiling at one another. It looks like a fantastic evening. And Betty is thinking in a thought bubble.
One enchanted
Wow.
evening.
Wow, Alec took me to such a
I don't know
fancy
what that
restaurant tonight. Period. I wonder
from
what the
the
special
musical.
occasion is.
That's from the musical. It's a Roger Hammerstein one. I can't remember it. It's got Bally High in it. Panel 2, we see
South Pacific?
Yes, South Pacific. That's what some Enchanted Evening is about.
Huh.
In panel 2, we see a close-up of Alec, and he thinks to himself, I am going to propose to Betty and ask her to marry me. Double electric point. But he says I'm. I just said I am because whatever.
Did you guys talk about the napkins on the table?
We didn't get into that yet, no.
No, we
I was
haven't.
waiting for you to take the reins.
We were
What
we
about
were
the
gonna
candle?
get to panel 3. We were gonna.
Did you talk about the candle? What
I talked about the candle, yeah.
what
That was
about
the
the
first thing I
wine?
said.
Yeah.
I talked about the wine, yeah.
So you just missed the napkins then.
You guys
There's
told
I
me.
just
You guys,
missed the napkins.
There's two
I
napkins.
didn't talk about the
Driving
tablecloth
Mr.
either.
Well, there's a tablecloth. I mean, this is their usual restaurant. I don't know if they usually have napkins. Do they usually have napkins? All right, you got.
I don't
You know what?
know.
I'm gonna be. I'll be on napkin duty for this trip. So I'm gonna look back on the previous trips with the diner or the restaurant and see if there are.
This looks like a nice Carrabba's or something.
napkins.
You know?
I'm gonna look if there's napkins in those previous trips. You guys continue.
He thinks to himself, I'm gonna propose to Betty and ask her to marry me. And then in panel 3,
He's looking hopeful into the air.
Yeah. He's got nice
here it is, third
detailings
panel.
on his. He's got detailings for eyelashes that I've never noticed.
He's got nice
before.
little lips.
Yeah. Ooh. Hello.
Mm.
Sort
Very
of
yeah,
like
he does
right.
have.
Sort of like in a Steven Universe way, right? That's how they draw lips in that show, right?
Yeah, I
Kinda,
guess. I
yeah.
guess. Have we ever talked about his lips before?
I don't think
Oh
you've
my
ever
God.
seen him before.
No, we have. I'm just looking back now, and he always draws his lips in the realistic version, even when they're super. Even when he's like far away, he still draws those little lines. I don't know if we've ever talked about. Maybe when he was like first started drawing him like this. I don't know.
That's pretty weird.
It's weird. He also draws like, I don't know. I'm not looking at this strip anymore, so I don't know if he did it in this one. He didn't do it in this one because you can't see his collarbone because he's wearing a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys say he was wearing a tie?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't talk about the tie. I'm
No.
really sorry.
We don't see
I'm
his
really
Adam's
fucking this
apple,
up.
and we don't see his like, what is this collarbone? This right
Okay,
here.
you fucked this description right up. You
Is
didn't even mention the napkin.
Is this-
you didn't mention the
is this-
tie. I don't-
Is this collarbone? No, you did a good job. Is this collarbone?
What?
Look at me. Is this the collarbone?
I don't fucking know. It could be.
Come on.
I don't. Even I'm
Come
not a
on.
doctor. I know as much as you know.
Look up what a collarbone is.
Why?
Yes. The collarbone. He draws a collarbone. He doesn't. He didn't in this one, but he draws a collarbone in Adam's apple also, along with the lips.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So anyway, panel 4, we see Betty and Alex sitting at the table still, like we saw in panel 1,
Yeah.
And there are they're both smiling. They've got their mouths open. And
There's hearts coming out of their heads.
They're cool. Those we call heart flies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love is in the air. And you can see that the wine is a little bit lower than in the first panel, so they've had a few sips.
We call them.
Is it? I think it's the same.
It's a little bit
No,
less.
I know. When you look at it when you look from it from a distance, it is definitely less. But if you're examining them as close,
I gotta get real close.
as
Let me get
zoomed
close.
in as I am, they look the same.
What
But
do?
when you're looking at the
Okay.
amount of wine in each glass between the panels.
Oh,
And also
you think
Betty's
they
glass
the
is missing.
amount of wine looks
or
the
is
same?
it behind? It's behind her thought. Her
It's behind her thought
her
bubble.
speech bubble.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Speech. I mean,
Presumably,
Thank God.
speech
speech bubble.
finished.
Yes.
We'll never know how much she had to drink between
No.
panel 1 and 3. Alec didn't want us to answer that question.
Maybe she
That's a mystery.
didn't. She didn't. Maybe she's already had enough.
Maybe she's asked Alec to remove how much she drank. She's like, please don't include how much, because obviously.
Also,
he's so
we're making a
respectful
lot of
the depiction
assumptions
of it.
about whether this is even wine at all.
Yeah, they might be drinking Coke.
Or grape juice.
Out of a wine glass to feel
Yeah.
special. Yeah.
I do.
Or
that sometimes.
Moxie.
Sure.
We don't even know if this is
Maybe-
a restaurant.
Maybe they're drinking a before dinner drink, like a drink that I'm going to have to look up the name of. Continue.
Okay. Well, Alex has a speech bubble coming out of his face, and he says, "Hey, Betty, I love you so much."
Beverly.
Double electric point.
Beverly is
Hey,
is
hey,
a
Betty.
before dinner drink made with grapefruit rind, sold in
Oh,
Italy.
yeah, I've had that before. It tastes like shit.
You've had Beverly?
Yeah.
Where?
They have it at the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta.
I knew you were
They have,
gonna.
like, a
I
big-
knew it was gonna be in like the thing like that, because that's the only place
Yeah.
they still have it.
Well,
Yeah, it tastes
Funko
awful.
Man.
That's
We,
what I hear. Yeah, it's. I wonder if Sophia's ever had Beverly. She would have had to have it
Beverly?
before 2009, probably.
What's that? Beverly the drink?
Yes, it's a before dinner drink made with grapefruit wine, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it tastes like shit.
Apparently, it's a before aperitif. It's called an aperitif. I guess wine is like an aperitif. So they are drinking an aperitif either way.
Okay.
They're drinking. Well, we can just say they're drinking an aperitif,
Oh boy.
Sure. I shouldn't have even
why don't we-
asked these
yeah,
questions.
which are
Why
typically
don't-
typically
why don't we
alcoholic,
say-
but not always. So like Beverly is not a non-alcoholic. It's yeah.
Okay,
So
I got
Betty-
a question about panel 3,
Yeah.
the art.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Betty has a speech bubble that says, "I love you too." Single electric. What is going on with Betty's legs in this panel?
Yeah, they're
I
a little
can't-
bit...
They're crossed.
Is that no? But is that is that her band thing?
Yes.
Her holster?
You just kind of drew
Is
the
it
holster. No, it's a stocking.
Yeah.
stocking?
Yeah, like
Like a
what
garter
Alec
belt
was
kinda
doing.
thing.
Let me look. Stocking. Stocking.
But
That's
the
what I
line,
get.
but the
for
line
people-
are drawn a little bit like over the leg. Yeah. Accidentally.
I
Or not.
I don't think
whatever.
that's a stocking. I mean, I don't think what Betty Boop has there is a stocking.
Why?
it's-
Why?
Because it's a stocking goes all the way up, right?
Oh,
That's just a band she wears on her
it's like
leg.
a band, but not
Yeah.
a right. Whatever.
Well, this is the first time we've seen that aspect has been copied. Into
Shmoo, what do you
Betty's
think? I'm calling you Shmoo now. Remember?
I like that we
Yeah,
both
my
call
name
him
has
different
really-
names.
My name has really progressed in the last 45 minutes. Yeah, this is great. This is one of the better ones. I love this comic.
Wait, we haven't.
This is-
No,
described
about
panel
the
four
about the
yet.
band,
Yeah,
about the.
Oh,
leg
you're just
band.
asking about the stocking. You're just asking
It's
about
not
the
a
stocking
stocking
thing.
though, right?
I don't
Or
know
it's
what
a
it
band.
is.
It's a band.
Is it like a garter belt?
Yes.
Band around cartoon characters.
No.
Specify Betty Boop.
Yeah, like a garter belt. I think you're right. I regret googling that. Let me clear
Yeah,
my let me
it's like
clear
a
my
garter
history,
belt or something,
history
right?
real quick.
Yeah, something like that.
Can't
That's what
have
they wore
someone
back
know
in
I
the 30s.
googled the term garter belt?
They might think you're, you know,
What?
interested in knowing what garter belts look like.
Okay. So
Quick little
the
Google.
last time we saw the restaurant, actually, I think was strip 117, and they already had plates. It was the doctor on a date with the woman who looks like Betty Boop that we never see again. They have plates. Oh, I guess they also have napkins? And they
haven't been given any food yet. They're just drinks.
They have salt shakers too, like a salt shaker and something by the candle. Which the candle looks different as well. We're seeing the table from like a different. It's drawn with a lot less detail in this one.
Wait, have we? This is the first time we've seen the restaurant in the real world, though, right?
I believe so.
So that's why weird that it's less detailed than the fake one.
Maybe there's a point to
the
that.
fake one is less detailed.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
I thought you were. I wasn't. Yeah, I'm not looking at the original. I'm just going off your
Right.
beautiful description.
It's harder to tell what these are. I think it's the same thing, but like next to the table, there's like a thing. I assume these are napkins from this strip. I'm assuming they're napkins from the one we're reading right now, but it's not as clear in the last one, 117. I'm gonna keep scrolling back and see if because I know they've been at the restaurant before.
Mm-hmm. The second strip was at a restaurant, but they weren't at the table. Okay.
And there was also I feel like we talked about this in that when we looked at that strip. That might have been the only other time we saw the restaurant at the table because I think the other time was in the guest strip with Bimbo. So I don't think we actually. I could be wrong, but I feel like we never actually saw the restaurant in the actual strip. Besides that. And that's assuming it's even the same restaurant.
Okay, well, in panel 4, the penultimate panel, Alec gets not the penultimate. Is it penultimate? Or is that the one before
Ultimate.
last?
It's
the
the
ultimate panel.
You can say final.
That's what. No, it's the ultimate panel. That's what we're calling it.
Can we start saying anti-penultimate on this show?
Is that instead of ultimate?
That's instead of the one before penultimate. Anti-penultimate, it goes anti-penultimate, penultimate, ultimate.
Ultimate. Okay, well, in the ultimate panel, we see Alec Robbins, and this really is what makes it ultimate. He's getting on his knee, and he's presenting a box containing some kind of diamond ring in it.
Wow,
And
that must have cost a pretty penny.
Ooh, and he's on an artiste's salary, so it's probably, expensive.
It's probably ring pop.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably not even real. There are 4 lines coming out of
Probably
it
a novelty
to
Betty Boop
shine.
engagement
Ooh,
ring.
Betty's got her hands on her face, like Home Alone style, or what's his name? The Scream, Eddie Monk style.
Sure.
And he's
Eddie Munster.
Yes.
Eddie Munster style.
Yes. And she's got her mouth wide open.
Eddie
She's
Munson
beautiful.
style.
Alex's mouth is closed, but she's smiling, and she thinks, "Oh my God, he's doing it!" Double electric point. Right now, Alec is proposing to me, and I am so happy.
3 electric
And
point.
hey, you caught on to the electric point thing. We didn't even have to explain it.
A good bit.
Oh,
A good
boy.
bit doesn't
that's
need to
who
be
bought the other
explained.
T-shirt. It was
What?
you.
You bought the T-shirt that has the explanation of that.
Oh, that's how you know.
And
the
the
only way to
description
know.
says romantic comic with about 5 electric points. I'm not
The
going to
shadow
count how many
synopsis?
electric. Yeah, that's the shadow synopsis.
So I was right. You don't see the restaurant in. I know there's some exciting stuff going on in the strip right now. This is not as important, but I should say we don't see the strip in any other. I mean, we don't see the
It's not
restaurant in any
stopped
other
before.
strip besides 117 and this one. So this is the second time we see the interior of the restaurant, assuming it's the restaurant that we see in Strip 2.
Could be a different restaurant.
Maybe. I mean, this is the real world now,
this is
but
a
I don't know if that, like, maybe the one in the Strip was based on the one in Mr. Boop.
Maybe it's
instead
based
of
on
Mr.
the
Boop
restaurant where he found the Betty statue.
Isn't that a bar?
Bar restaurant. It's the same thing, right?
This is not a bar, clearly.
Oh.
Unless it's
This
a
is a
wine
nice
bar.
place. It's a very like fancy, like a wine tasting bar.
Maybe I'm thinking of a pub, which is like sort of like a combination of a restaurant and bar.
This may not be the same restaurant as the one in 117. They don't have plates.
We'll never know.
We can ask Alec.
They don't have plates. They don't have shakers.
Send him an email.
They just have napkins and wine glasses and a candle, and that's the only thing there, and the only possible similarity. Also, the chairs look different. The frames are not colored in. The frames of the chairs are not colored in, and they have two little things coming up on the frame, on the top part of the frame of the chair. This leads me to believe this is a different restaurant, or at the very least, he's depicting it in a different way for Mr. Boop.
There's also one comment on the Patreon that says, "While all the doubters can finally be rest assured that you and Liz definitely are not dating anymore."
I can't believe that person dead named them.
All right. With the time gap between the events of the comic and when they get posted, you two are probably already married.
I don't.
So I mean, I imagine. So I mean, lots of people.
Spoiler alert.
Lots of naysayers were saying that
Spoilers.
Alec invented this, and Liz actually broke up with him already, and this is sort of a reaction to
Or she
her
never
breaking up.
existed.
Yeah, but lots of people were saying that they're broken up, and it's true. They're not dating anymore. They're married. Yeah.
I posted a Betty Boop ring in the chat.
Yeah, I
Look
saw
at
it.
that.
That'll be in show notes.
Will it?
You're the one who writes the show notes, so yeah.
It'll only be in show notes if you put it in show notes. How about that? Oh, I found a Betty Boop tongue ring, and I thought it was something else.
Well,
I almost got a Betty Boop tattoo the other day.
Huh?
I almost got a Betty Boop tattoo the other day.
Why didn't
I
you?
decided against it.
yeah, wait.
So I went to this tattoo shop near my house that does. They have like a gumball machine, and you pay $80, and then you twist the gumball machine, and it's a capsule with a drawing on it. Whatever you get is the tattoo you get. So it's a tattoo that would normally cost a lot more than $80, but you get it for free because you got it random, or you get it for cheaper because it's random. And one of my options that I got was a Betty Boop tattoo, but it was off model, and I said, "Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
you don't want that.
You don't want that.
I want it to be official. I don't want an off model.
You want
Betty
Max
Boop.
Fleischer himself to scar your
So
I
you-
want him to come back. Yeah.
So you are going to get a Betty Boop tattoo.
I'm not against
You're
it.
confirming it. It's
You're
confirmed.
saying
It's
it only
official.
in public.
Shmoo will be getting a Betty Boop tattoo.
Yes.
Do you want me
And,
to
and they'll be
repeat after
changing.
you?
They'll be legally changing their name to
What the-
Betty Schmoop.
Betty
Hey,
Schmoop.
what does it say on line 13 of the spreadsheet? Funko Man?
Spreadsheet.
Well, that's
We're calling it the
interesting that you say
spreadsheet
that because
now.
it says you've been listening to Being Mr. Boop, and then it says one of them's a genius and the other one's insane. You can
Ooh,
visit the
which
show's
one?
website.
And the third one's a
I don't
shoe.
know. That's for you to decide.
I'm sorry for calling you a shoe. This is not.
Shmoo. No.
I'm
You can visit
a
the
shoe
show's
and a
website.
shmoo
at
and
beingmrboop.
and a schmoop.
A schmuck. I've evolved to a schmuck.
I just realized that I
I would never call you
Why-
a schmuck.
I don't know why I didn't put a Boop reference in that tagline. I must have been
It's
like
okay.
delirious. I was like,
There's plenty of
this is something
taglines with a boop reference in it. What do you mean?
I don't know, but that one
We
felt
barely even
ridiculous.
talked about Betty Boop in this.
Hearing that, I was like waiting for the Boop bit, and I was like, wait, I
We
didn't
talked
put a
about like
Boop in there?
Foxtrot and Lil Abner.
Oh, you want to talk about Foxtrot some more?
But,
Yeah.
Hey.
You can visit the show's website at beingmrboop.com for our full catalog of episodes and to sign up to host the podcast, like me, Shmoop.
Yeah.
For more updates,
Hi,
follow
Shmoop.
at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. I'm Shmoop. I'm Schmuck. You can follow me on Instagram at Old Lung, or listen to my music at Old Lung,
Yes.
and I don't use Twitter. Sorry. Who's up next?
I'm at Candyman106 and at Semi-Sweet Stuffs for everything else I make.
Yeah, fucking motherfucking listen to that album that I helped produce, Pop Aid 2022.
And you can find my comics at Foxtrot.
And you can find my comics at Lil Abner.
Not at sign Foxtrot, just at a Foxtrot. You can find my comics.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
If
Good
you
night.
go to the middle of Mississippi, you can find my comics, Lil Abner. They're hidden.
Yes,
Ooh.
do that. Thank you and good night.
Dig them up.
Go find them. Anyways.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.